If you love this movie and Jesus, here is my takeaway as a Korean Christian ex-Kpop producer who watched this movie one time. The Honmun is interesting because Hon in Korean means soul, Mun is door. So the Huntricks are protecting the door to the soul, which I found interesting because from a Christian perspective, Jesus says in John 10 verse 9, I am the gate. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved. A thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. In this case, who is the thief? It's Kima. In Korean, the devil is Maki, basically Kima backwards. Isn't that a coincidence, right? So from the beginning of the movie, I noticed that there are going to be a lot of Christian elements sprinkled in this movie. So I paid attention, I kept my ears out. From that lens, I did notice a lot of inconsistencies from the Bible, such as demons, because biblical demons are fallen angels. When Lucifer was thrown out of heaven, he deceived a third of the angels and they were kicked out with him. And those fallen angels are demons. So is it possible for a human to become a demon, like in Kpop Demon Hunters? No. Which reminds me of Jin-U. The letter Jin in Korean oftentimes refers to truth, and U is house. Like my Korean name is Sung-U. Sung, which is holy, and U, which is house. So my Korean name is Holy House. Jin-U's name is House of Truth. And I thought that was interesting because he eventually does come to the truth in realizing that he is redeemable in a sense, where he sacrifices himself and he's kind of like a Jesus figure in the movie, but he's not at all. You see so many movies such as Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings where there is someone who gives up their life and dies, right? And they actually come back to life because a lot of them are replicating the Jesus story. So I wouldn't be surprised if in Kpop Demon Hunters 2, Jin-U comes back somehow, because that's just how the best story in the world was written. I'm not biased, by the way. And that got me thinking about Saja boys. Sa in Korean means death. And lots of Korean hotels and apartments actually skip the number 4 or Sa because they believe that it is bad luck because it sounds like death. Saja means lion, but I found it interesting that during their concert for Your Idol, I think that's the song, the mane of the lion disappears and it literally turns from a lion into a figure with a horn, outright saying, yeah, this is the devil. And how is the devil portrayed in the Bible? Be sober-minded, be alert. Your adversary, the devil, is prowling around like a roaring lion, looking for anyone he can devour. Resist him, firm in the faith, knowing that the same kind of sufferings are being experienced by your fellow believers throughout the world. The same kind of experience and sufferings. What is that? Shame. They use a lot of shame in this movie. And shame is so interesting too because when Kima is like whispering in their ears the shameful things that all the characters did, that is bringing them back into a place of shame, while God in the Bible uses that shame to bring them out of shame into a place of redemption and healing. Paul says in 2 Corinthians 7:10, for godly grief produces a repentance that leads to salvation without regret, but worldly grief produces death. And that was the parallel between the film and the Bible. There are some other things I noticed, like soda pop being about demons drinking your soul like a soda pop, and Your Idol is pretty much blatantly out there like K-pop idols. They become your idol. And that is actually one of the reasons I think God had me leave the K-pop industry. When I first got started, I actually went on this TV show with my friend Eric Nam, and I came out as his friend on the show. Honestly, I did terribly. I think God took me out personally because he convicted my heart that I was starting to become my own idol and I was glorifying myself rather than God. And I liked when I got the attention from fans and all that stuff. So that was something that God had to check me in and he took me out of. Well, I'm sure he can use other K-pop stars for his purpose as well. We'll see in the future. Overall, I thought the movie was good. It does show a lot about the realities of the spiritual realm and how demons kind of work. But would I recommend it to my kids? Maybe when they're a little older and they could discern, but right now, probably not. One last thing before I sign off, I released my first songs in 8 years, this time as a faith-based artist, and I'm going by my Korean name, Sungwoo. And if you remember from the video, Sungwoo means holy house. So I'm hoping to create God-glorifying music for the kingdom now, and I hope that you guys can follow along on the journey because it's just getting started. God bless y'all.